I'm gonna give some context as to why this particular part has taken, I don't know how, let me check. I'll put it up on screen probably somewhere around now. The last time I posted a Ace Attorney video was almost a year ago. More specifically, 8 months ago. Holy, that's a long time. Now sure, I've been busy with other videos, but this was almost completed. This is the very end of the video, after all. Actually no, this will be going front. I just need to get this, through. My dad had a hospital scare, so I took some time in order to monitor his health so that he didn't collapse again or anything. That Sons of the Forest video, that was the second most scrolling video I've ever worked on. The rap video, if I hadn't had so many crashes with that specific recording session, or well, not recording session, that editing session, that'd probably have been, that probably wouldn't be my most hated editing session. However, every single time with Raft, it crashed until I got a somewhat old version of DaVinci Resolve, and it finally just worked. And I decided to never update it again. So yeah, there's that. And so all of that culminated in, and I also procrastinated a lot because I don't want to wake people up. Because there's people on night shift and people who have a normal schedule here, so I can't. So I'm a bit worried about waking people up. Hello and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Today we will play through the third trial.
You have disgraced me for the last time, Still Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon. No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it'll be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. What? The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns.
Oh, I'm so glad I was able to keep up with that. I really hope I don't have, windy old bag. That one's gonna suck.
That rocked. See you in hell, evil magistrate.
Whoa! Stop waving that broom around.
Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here.
Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching?
What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people.
Young? Like, how young?
10 years old?
Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited?
Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm a grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself.
Then watch it with me. He's really cool. And it's really popular. When we asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1.
Oh, my bones. I really worry about kids these days.
Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai is over. I guess it's time to close up the office.
Yeah, I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I gonna pay the rent this month?
It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is waiting. It's just around the corner.
Hello? This is Phoenix.
Nick!
Maya? What? It's still early.
It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested.
Huh? You mean the guy on that show?
Yes. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain.
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, on TV.
Yeah, on TV.
No, I mean, he actually did it. in real life. He skewered a villain with a samurai spear.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick.
Maya's here. We're watching television.
Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further.
This has to be a joke.
No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Yes, Wright & Co. law offices. What? Dick, it's the Steel Samurai.
What?
Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick.
Go? Go where?
They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case.
Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya's been watering it so much it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow, or she's perfecting her waterboarding technique. It's a nice day outside. The hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. How the fuck can you see him from over here, Phoenix? A poster of an old movie that Mia liked. I was thinking I should go see it myself. Then I realized that the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. Is that an actual advertisement, or is that just like a poster she liked? If it's an advertisement, it fucking sucks if it doesn't have the name of the movie on it. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh.
Is that guy really him?
What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice.
Whoa. What are you saying?
Yes?
Something wrong?
No.
This is getting off to a great start.
I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai, with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. Just the kids, you know? I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now.
Nick,
What?
he's a good guy. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
Okay, Maya, you're a word I can't say. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened.
Yes, of course. Seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The guys had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 o'clock that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But when 5 o'clock came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer. Dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear.
The samurai spear?
Yes, it's a long spear that this Steel Samurai uses as a weapon.
Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is.
Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world.
Hey, who's new to this?
No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9 o'clock. We worked through some magazines until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5 o'clock. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. All the kids think. I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go.
I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs.
I think Phoenix loses that bet. I'm actually pretty sure he does. I mean, I don't actually know that because this is like my least replayed case. I think I said that about the second case, but I'm pretty sure, well, in the first game, these two are probably my least played cases, so I don't know them in and out like I do with the first case. The first case I played a lot, and I still don't know why I've played it that many times. I also have only really played the fifth case in this game one time with a friend, and I am dreading doing it either on my own or with him. Either way, it'll take 2 months. I'm pretty sure. If he's with me, it'll take 4 months because of scheduling issues. Oh, and editing that one's gonna be killer. That's gonna kill my fucking motivation. Is seeing a fucking 8-hour timer on the fucking video. That's gonna kill me. Kill me dead in my seat.
Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome. Aren't you excited?
No, not Wendy old bag. I don't have old people voices. Like, I know I joke about me not having any woman voices, but I fucking do not have old people voices in either camp.
Of course I could go with this, but
I could try and go for like
a Mike Wazowski. Hey, you there. You want in, you gotta go through me.
Oh, so sorry. We're lawyers.
Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out.
Gawkers?
Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Yesterday, something horrible happens and all you can think of is sightseeing. Wasting your time at a place like this. Don't you have jobs? Or do lawyers not work like the rest of us? I was young, things were might different. We couldn't wear hippie clothes. What are you wearing?
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible.
Hey, wasn't me being spoken to. News today.
God, that fucking voice kills me. Like, it's not my...
It's not my worst voice to do. I think this is this one, but this one is being saved by a very special someone.
So, what do you do here at the studio?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days...
No, you were a star?
Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Wow.
This place has really gone down the hill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was.
Hammer.
The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
But villains are the best part of any production, really. Like, you can go ham with nearly any villain. Other than, like, you know, the serious villains. But no one fucking likes a serious villain. Unless they're hot. You know, I'm not gonna reveal my tastes like that, so, I'm gonna drink my fucking water and shut the hell up about that. Being mean is the best part of acting, because it's just fun. The most fun I've probably had recording this was probably voicing, Red White. I'll probably have more fun voicing the big two. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it. Believe me. But old ladies watching would lose their lunch.
I mean, he doesn't look that bad. I mean, I know he's not like, you know... I know the Japanese don't like brick shithouse men.
That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer lived on in many heights as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in this Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 o'clock and 2:30 when the murder took place.
I'm dipping into a different voice, and I don't like it. And that person was Mr. Powers.
Mike Wazowski. Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Well, I'm sure you would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer, you can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were sufficient looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. That was not the right voice, but I don't give a shit right now because my throat fucking hurts and my sinuses are closing. Oh boy. I already fucking forgot his voice. Oh, I was the studio. I don't think I did it. Don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. This guard monitors the visitor's room. Seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. Oh, what? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. At the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady.
She's terrible. She got me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she's said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask. We're here alerts, I believe. She's like up to all the bigwigs at the studio. We'll let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. I just hope this will get me past that security lady.
Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studios. Now going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The head detective told me himself.
Hey, Dick.
Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad.
Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents.
Oh boy, okay. It's been a while since I've done a gumshoe.
Hey. How'd you that murderer from the other day? No, that's not him.
Whoa.
What are you looking at, pal? Aren't you that murderer from the other day?
It's that confused detective.
Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all saying, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So?
Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt.
You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying... What are you looking at, pal? You can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, alright.
So, how is your investigation going, detective?
Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got?
What I got?
The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please.
Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer.
Huh? Are we talking about the same person?
When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on that gate, pal?
The gate? You mean the one off the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Dick, he has evidence. We're finished.
Funny.
For someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that.
We'd like to ask the employees some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go. We got a free pass to this place. Now's our chance to check things out.
The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need a card key to get in. Why is it... Why are you saying it like card key? It's key card. Get it right, you piece of shit. Key card sounds fucking better because it's a key that's in the shape of a card. Fuck you. And also, card keys just sounds fucking stupid. Makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1. Left to Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
Oh, the one was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Hey, there's a camera here. There's a security camera. Takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1-307. That must be the camera ID number.
Nick, look! The security lady is in the guard station, stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops are like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Fuck, my vocal box just got used to fucking doing Gumshoe and now it has to replace him with her. Fuck.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet?
She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the kid with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer. He went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too, if he's not the one who didn't.
Oh, fuck. Help me. That fucking hurt me. Ow. I'm afraid if I start speaking, you'll unleash another unholy abomination of a burp.
If he's not the one who did what did it, I don't know who is.
Maybe it was you?
Good one, Sonny.
She thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor?
Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio.
Was. Past tense.
Oh, yes. He was great as the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh, yes. The camera. It's automatic. I can tell when someone walks through that gate. See? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just feel all the photos on the computer over in the security gas station. I check them every day before going home, I do.
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around.
The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the steaks, minus the steak.
T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I had a second stomach just for steaks.
What? The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. The kid could fit through there, I bet.
Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate.
Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest.
Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid.
Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake.
This must be Powers' bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look!
An employee card key. It's fucking key card. Whatever. That must be Powers'. It says Studio One.
Let's take it, Nick.
Borrow it. You mean borrow. The entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick.
I wonder if this key card we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened.
Alright, we're in.
She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the Steel Samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the Steel Samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
I think this is the case with the most characters, I think? Question mark? I don't honestly remember that many characters being in Case 4. I was gonna call it by name, but then I forgot it, and then I remembered it, and then I remembered a different one, and then I couldn't remember which one it was. So I'm just gonna call it Case 4, the first game. I don't think there's that many characters in Case 4. There might be in Case 5, but I also think... No, there's a lot.
Hey, you!
Nope, not a nerd. Fuck.
Hey, you! No touching that.
Sorry, my partner's kind of,
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, and etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He never had a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us.
Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes. Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on the day of that day, see? Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And this day was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else.
The employee area. That's where Powers' dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place.
It's going in the gumshoe. It's going in the fucking gumshoe, and I don't like it.
Yes, it's the place. After lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio One. I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them. I didn't see either of them after that.
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry? So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. That's what I'm talking about! A clue! A lead! I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant there that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah. You're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it, and a witness testified. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Look, the ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. This girl is out there. What? You're still here? Really? Because always seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m. Correct. And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time, ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? You just question me. Alright, you better tell me quick. Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-headed Creighton. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, huh? I'm so glad that wasn't an auto-scrolling, because I needed some fucking water. We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. She's not even a full-time employee. Oh, you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow, saying this and that and the other thing. When I was young, I knew a thing or two about respecting yours. It's such a shame that... She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can, without her looking over our shoulders. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the day of the murder. And it looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Frick. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one on the computer. Hey, Nick! Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yep.
We'll put the scary lady in the place of this.
Right, we'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said! Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
I'm gonna spoil something, and it'll be a big ol' Vine Boom sound effect with extra reverb. I don't think it'll have extra reverb. I'm sorry I lied about that. But Phoenix, you still do that. I don't think you do it after. I think you might. But because I don't know a lot of what Phoenix says in some of them, but I do know that you fucking break. Why can't you have this in the back of your brain at all times, Phoenix? You'd be a better lawyer.
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for the day? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it would be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady.
Oh, that's the end? That's a lot shorter than I thought it was. Still a bit long, but that was a lot shorter than I thought it was. Wait, it's been a bit since I did some voice acting.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Oh, Edgeworth. But
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
the defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Oh, it's been a while since I did Gumshoe.
What's it to you about? Yes, sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and the young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Listen to the whole thing again? I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. Oh, medieval.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Old Bag, dearie. She call me Grandma, everyone does, so even when I was young, I was still an old bag. Still highly archon, can you believe it? But there was this boy, the captain, called me an old bag as well, and I just cried and cried and cried.
The objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some more errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to this guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai Defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers. Right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness.
He's having trouble calling her Old Bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edward is surprised?
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edris speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props, it was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see his dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Sorry about the judge changing voices every sentence or so, because it's been like months since I last voiced him.
She gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
He broke a prop.
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear.
The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing. Just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, he was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then.
I think we've had enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
What is it?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though.
Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. You've already been. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, if you wanted to wake at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order. Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of these photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Huh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes. That's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer thingies. Edgy boy, help!
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess.
Someone else passed by this gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go over the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious, like you see. Come to think of it, now I remember filling out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, honey, I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Oh, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Oh, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh,
And?
They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy. Probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
Order. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Mr. Powers?
Yes.
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Damn, Phoenix, you're supposed to, make your client feel better. Like, even if it's a fucking lie, at least try not to hurt his fucking feelings, damn.
Hey Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edward, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough.
So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder?
It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Who?
The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper? Order. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you?
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing a Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent detective reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh, yeah. Right here. Sherlock Holmes the second, baby.
That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there and do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Emma?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
Did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photos I erased.
There's only a grade score though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or it'd be nice to the kids and be in jail this day, whippersnapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright.
You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken this spear? It's impossible.
I see.
Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into the Oldbag before we continue.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking at the pine tree. Me? I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you admitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
Whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to speak?
Well, I'll testify. Bluebell Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. They're gonna go accusing me. I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why'd you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening?
They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag.
Mr. Wright,
Your cross-examination. Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
I should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director?
That was not the Edgeworth voice.
Of course. Yeah, so I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that.
where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Let me look at the guide map. Here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Your Honor, we have warned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold it as impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I...
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Did it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her. Really?
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Ooh, what a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick. So you think WP's got a chance?
I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial.
The director and the producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here, then? Let's get to the studios. No one's here.
Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the gas station. Look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? And it was down that path of the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. This Studio 2?
I thought so.
It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it?
No, that it does not.
Hey, there's a trailer over there.
It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer.
Are we sure this is a studio?
There are some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That's the wrong fucking two. Oh, I didn't think it would butter me, but when I said it, it buttered me a lot. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous.
Nick, let's go inside.
You think it's okay? Oh well, it's locked.
Aw, shucks.
Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plate.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too.
What is it with steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak. but something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know. It just feels odd.
A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure. If I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
But look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. There's a big 2 painted on here.
Probably because this is Studio 2?
Probably. Though it doesn't look anything like a studio.
Look, it said assistant girl. Hey,
Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh? Oh, don't mention it.
Is it true they cut that scary lady?
Oh.
Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain.
You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. I'm assistant, right?
yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right?
Right.
Just... lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them.
Oh? Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about.
You're right, I won't.
Personally, I think you should worry at least a little bit more.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Holeback.
Right, see you later then.
I'm gonna look up your investigation.
So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain?
So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry.
Hey, Nick, if that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in.
Yeah? I think that was the idea?
I feel kinda sorry for him, though. Don't you?
What, you want to rip the grate off?
You don't think we can?
She's serious? Uh-oh. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken.
You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes.
Sometimes?
That should make the kids happy.
The things we do. Drain grate is off, and I know who did it.
And the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that?
Must be nice to live so free of guilt.
Hello.
Uh-huh, you wanna go to our place?
It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Damn it. Alternative guard fashion thing.
So how are the studios doing?
There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They don't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch place from the day of the murder.
You mean those plates with the steak buns left over on them in the employee area?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Do kids sneak in here a lot?
Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You see old Windbag's eyes flash once he sees them. He has a bit of trouble catching them now.
I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here at the day of the murder.
Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet.
So you were trying to protect the director?
More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here.
She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running.
I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer.
The producer, huh?
Oh, you dear. Why did you do it?
Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me.
Whatever, lemurs. I do not know the great salmonella. I make the elite shows, the Steel Samurai, mine. RTFC, read the film credits.
Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry, you look so... Sorry.
Alright, really, it's fine, Raffle.
Oh, what is it?
You know, of course, it's the bad son. Yeah. That's what. Hey, did you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rocks ass.
Roxorus? What? Hey, you're drooling!
But forever. You figured my Garrido, fellas. Yeah, that's coming, right? Big Princess. I said, the Samurai Big Princess, why you little Tokyo?
Pink Princess? Why is it gotta be little old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo?
Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder?
Oh, I know who you dudes are. Let's get you like told to judge you a badass, eh?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna run through the action scene in the morning. Before lunch time, let's do food. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch.
A T-bone steak, was it?
Fuck this. I hate missing out on food.
Nick? What does sexers mean?
No idea.
Anyway, I was in a meeting with the floor with the producers and big boys from the Studio Network.
Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you.
Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. She brought these suits back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai.
You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right?
Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time.
Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning?
Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled it down into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major attention.
Were all of them with you the entire time?
Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers.
Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. This place is deserted.
Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer.
Someone must be inside.
Hello?
No answer.
Be suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in.
I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh. It's locked.
What? Don't we have a key?
No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it.
If they'll let us.
My goodness, you again. How rude acting like it was need a ghost.
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They put out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How can I, a sweetie or little old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult, and you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips?
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady's too much. About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious.
About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Hey. Hey, wait!
I'll bet he came in right through that drain.
Hey, Kiddio! What's your name, sport?
I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that.
But you are a kid. What What a rude little brat! That's no way to talk to an adult.
I don't know adults here. Hippie fashion chick.
Hippie fashion? I think I'm getting mocked.
You got to hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad.
I'm Cody Haggins. Call me Kiddio again and I'll cut you down right where you stand, evildoer.
So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer?
What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side.
You can't fool me.
Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8?
Easy. Like some fries with that.
Not bad, Kiddio.
Watch it. What are they doing?
Say, you hear anything about the incident the other day?
You were here, weren't you?
Did you see anything?
He always... The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything.
What?
But no one might tell you losers.
What? Hey, wait!
Let me go!
He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table and he bumped into it on his way out.
A bottle? Why was this sitting here there, I wonder? Anyway, what was that kid saying?
He saw everything. Huh? Where's that old windbag?
A lot of her to leave her post.
My goodness. Hey!
Nick, that was her.
Stop! Whippersnapper!
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Ouch. Uh-oh, she tripped.
Maya sure looks happy.
Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station.
Good idea.
Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key.
The key to that trailer studio, too.
We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick?
Phoenix could probably go to jail for like 15 years. If he was ever caught. Sorry I'm not talking. I'm sorry I'm not commenting as much. I'm trying to get through it. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened.
Great. Let's go, Nick.
She seems eager all of a sudden.
No, you first, Nick.
Not that eager.
Someone's in here.
Names. No. Names. Name. No. Fuck. Names.
Our names are WP's lawyers and,
I see.
And who might you?
D. Vasquez. The producer. D. Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai. Episode 15. I need it.
Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder?
I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. About the director. Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else.
Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird?
It's starting to look like it.
We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai.
Miss Vasquez? It's on TV. Every week. That's all I have to say about that.
Nick, she's telling us to watch TV? The nerve of her!
Hey, don't get mad at me.
Nick, let's get out of here. Is there someplace else we have to check?
Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this.
Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him.
Here, I got this from the producer.
Huh? Bring me for episode 13? Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it.
Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been.
I agree.
We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these.
The director. Maya. Take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere?
Aha! Found it, Nick! The script!
Good work. Here, we found it. Your script. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading.
Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are?
Powers as lawyers.
Right.
Am I a suspect?
No, it's just... Well, no, but...
You wanted to know about the day of the murder?
Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help.
You know there was a meeting here at noon. Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Alright, now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave.
Impossible? Why?
The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4 o'clock. Hama died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio One.
What?
That's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30. The time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time. Your nukes. 1 nuke per hour. Kook, 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 kook. Always with the yuking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke.
Nick, it stopped at 2:15.
2:15. That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4 o'clock. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio One at 2:30. See? Goodbye.
What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished.
Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty good. Oh, fuck. Mia? Oh, I forgot about her. Shit.
It's a little early for giving up, don't you think?
Huh?
You got one lead. Mia!
What the fuck? Mia, it's you! What took you so long?
Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble.
No, that's Maya. Right. No, wait. Yosemi's really in trouble.
I'd say so.
What do you mean we have one lead?
The boy, of course.
I'm not revoicing that.
We literally just fucking saw that.
I don't know. He didn't sound like he was gonna help us at all.
I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side.
No, that's a little too raspy.
Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix.
Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. What's wrong? Whippersnapper. She's been chasing that boy this whole time? When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him, I am fired.
What a violent old lady.
Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart, I don't feel so good. Is she okay? But before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor old Hammer died. Right. She was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. She'll come back. For this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing.
Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that.
Good idea. Miss Oldbag.
No. I'm catching that bread if it's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her?
A trade. I wonder. Hey, that's a card. Studio One? Right. A key card to Studio One. I could visit Poema. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan. You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio One isn't my turf. You let me borrow. Then, if I give her the key card, then I won't be able to get into Studio One.
Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix?
I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Key card went to Miss Oldbag. I don't say this. I don't know why I'm starting to say this. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts and no whippersnappers. You take this and we're even. Deal? What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I think it's pretty important to him now. Thank you. I might have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Right. I'm off. There she goes, hobbling off towards the studio. Hey! Hey, you! Wait a sec!
Phoenix, was that the boy?
No, Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins.
I think he ran into the dressing room.
No, that's going into Oldbag.
I think he ran into the dressing room.
He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it! He's getting away!
Come back!
There.
He's back. He's back.
How did she...
Hey there! Would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you.
Mia's voice is gonna change all throughout this fucking episode. I hope you know. It's been, I think, 3 months since I last had to voice her. Maybe 4. Ew! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who has?
Phoenix, you can take it from here.
I'm not so sure I'm qualified. The Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's the bomb.
Oh no, Hammer, like do you know about the Steel Samurai?
Hey, what's that attitude?
Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid.
Let's not know Brad.
Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid.
So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please?
I don't know nothing.
Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe? Cody, this look familiar?
Hey, Mike, you are.
You are, huh?
You are. You know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown up, you sure are dumb.
I'll give you this, if you help me.
But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect is showing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card.
Huh?
I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours.
That was not a little kid.
It's yours.
What? After I went through all
The trouble. If you want to trade, find me a really rare card.
really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare?
Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on. Man, for grown up, you sure are dumb.
Premium rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Hi. Hello? What brings you here?
Well, I had to arrange some stuff.
Yes?
Girl, if you, does she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before?
Nope, she's the same as always.
Same as always.
Okay, whatever you say.
Have you seen that boy since then?
Nope. You missed it. You missed it, though. The security line was chasing it around after that point so fast I thought she'd
Collapse. How come she got away in the end? Boy, was she mad.
Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing?
She was squeezing down a certain compressed back at the guard station.
Some people take your jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer?
Yes, it's
Really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity has been waning recently, right?
that's true.
And again, after what happened. After what happened?
I mean, you don't know about Hammer?
No, what?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, wait. Now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer?
I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you.
Why do I forget the feeling something's being covered up here? Do you know anything about this?
Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set.
A complete set?
Yeah, instead of one of each card.
Huh.
Wait. That's it. That's the card I need. You don't know how long I've been looking for it. I'm not the kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. But please, I beg you, please trade with me.
Trade with you?
Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card.
I mean, I'll trade. Huh?
Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please.
Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate?
What's she getting so excited about? Okay.
Really? Thanks. This is for you.
And there she goes.
Does doing good things like that make you feel great?
Yeah, it does. See this card?
Yes. Well, wait, that's it. That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me.
Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay, how about a trade?
Yeah, I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot.
No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information.
You sure? Fine by me.
Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he does something that could help us, we'd have him take the stand tomorrow.
So, you like the Steel Samurai?
He's so cool.
I guess.
You're taking by his looks. You have to look at his actions and his life.
We got your lunch place trade story.
You like him too, don't you?
Me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai.
Tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is.
Right. Come on, think of something. I really like his kind nature. What a guy.
Totally. He looks so tough, but inside he's as gentle as a kitten.
Yeah.
So what else do you like about him?
Don't tell me I have to keep this act up.
What do you think about the Steel Samurai is?
Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes.
Yeah, well, Sam. The Steel Samurai always wins, always. Check this out. It's my fan album.
What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai.
I got it every live performance.
The stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public?
I always take a picture on the Steel Samurai lines the final blow. Was it him? I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. You know, my new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. It's the newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins, always. Hey, if you want this, you're gonna have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you.
What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right?
Yeah.
Did you see anything unusual?
Cody.
Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice.
Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto?
No, that's Maya.
Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice. You have to help us fight for justice too. I saw everything.
Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I did ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident?
I got here that day around 2 o'clock. Coming through the woods up next, so the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. I finally got to the studio. After that, what is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used a samurai spear. It's like always, one shot, one kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that.
I see. It must have been hard for you.
Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart.
I'm right. Mia,
Yes?
I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it.
True enough.
And the director has an alibi. So it wasn't him.
Indeed.
So the only person left to could have been his willpowers.
I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. If you put this boy in the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure.
Let's not call him then.
I think that would be wise. Best leave this one alone.
Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here's a key witness. He's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct.
No, I ain't going. That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. Now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Whoa.
Have a competent trial tomorrow, please.
I need you there?
Phoenix, should I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent?
Of course he is.
That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then.
Great. Thanks, Mia.
See you soon.
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Why do you look so unhappy?
Nothing. Really, it's nothing.
Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Oh, fuck. I don't do Mia's voice very often, so it's very hard for me to do.
Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him.
This is no time for dead people jokes, please.
You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it.
Something overlooked?
We have to find something, Phoenix, today. Instead, or lose the trial.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned
That there were other people present at the studios.
Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer.
The prosecution calls that Mr. Sal Manella to the stand.
Or that director.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
How can you get? You don't know me! I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai nude role.
Sal Manella, I'm the director, television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, I'll start by picking this testimony apart.
If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. He doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was at the studio from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a little more time than Hollywood. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, all out brief and no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were at a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. So in the end, you didn't get to eat.
That steak, at least. Can you believe it?
That must have been tough.
Phoenix,
Yeah?
doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
No, that's a little too deep.
Doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila!
What are you doing?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
Good call. I was embarrassed to mention it. But I didn't rest the all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down in.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. You didn't take a single break.
What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? Only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Did you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about?
Yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job! If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time.
Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing.
Let's we took a break. Well, it was only 15 minutes. 15? That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to commit murder in Studio 1. Oh. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh yeah, sorry this one's taking me so long. I'm just bad at scheduling. Second reason, I try and edit each part individually. Like, you can definitely tell which parts are recorded when, because, like, this part, my voice is, you know, actually carrying, rather than me talking like this all the time. Which, you know, should help my editing process along a bit, so I don't have to stop and raise up my volume every few seconds. What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was around 2:30 until 2:35.
2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise? Why is that?
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any one of them to go to Studio 1.
What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright...
Phoenix, this is critical. Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time.
I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the Trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from the stair to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey had barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. That's not decisive, you fucking dick sucker. I hate you. I love you, but I fucking hate you. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's gonna happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero of the children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Yeah, no, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness?
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you're supposed to be around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness? Cody. Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Gobo Studios on the day of the incident. Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you the grams of the beer over there?
Just... Mr. Edgeworth will do. Fuck, I closed my eyes. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he could bring it. I'd like, special permission, if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I'll bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had a camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I didn't see Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I'm on the internet and went to the studios that day. I got over in the woods, off the path. So, the lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get to the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly.
Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always brought your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you! Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera? And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me. Well, I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. There's still Samurai. He goes for the bad guy. Wham! The bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Why? Well, what do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Oh, because the Steel Samurai brought me justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? A samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops! How should I play this? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap?
My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part. The killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. That was not Mia's voice, but I'm gonna get Nate in here next time when he has his internet. Fuck me. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch this climax of the fight? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that fact. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye! What you Pops? You gotta take a picture of little kids? Pressing, not picking.
Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way you could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture.
Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight. Correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix.
I'll bet you anything you said more than that. Have him testify again.
Right. He means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Haggins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Damn, you're being a kid to a second grader, Phoenix. Damn. You're really close. It's this area just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. This is when it opens in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. That's all. Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one. He definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. There's no fucking comma there, you piece of shit game! Okay, I'm getting excited over nothing. I'm better now. It's one of my powers. Wow, it is a power in the second game, isn't it? Wow, there's foreshadowing. That's the word I totally write for. I totally write is one of my main hobbies. Yeah, I totally remembered the word foreshadowing in time for someone who writes as a main hobby. This feels great. yeah, I took a picture. You can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it's too late, so I erased them. Cody. And every time you say Cody, you follow up with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Right. What was it you told me then?
Every live performance, I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. What's him? I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Haggins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly could expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way!
Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. Well, the truth it is.
Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually...
Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture on the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said that the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay, you're right. You're right about
Order! 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 What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! 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 So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait! Had Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony.
Mark was out. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. I see poor old Hammer. Nope. He's already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know.
I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. There was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo I did with camera.
The what? Show us, quick!
Oh, wait a minute, no, you're gonna look at me like that.
No!
Here, this is it.
Well, looking at this is still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright. I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait! Phoenix!
Mia, what?
Wait, that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix.
Use your commas, localizers. I'm going to kill you if you don't.
That was a joke in Minecraft.
That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Use your commas! I need to take a break. Why do they not use commas? Alright, sorry, I had lunch.
Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix. That's not her voice.
Phoenix! Show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo.
An inconsistency in the photo. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees where I'm getting at. But... that's impossible! Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here, in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Signature for the murder took place here at Studio 2. I see. That'll explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path of the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder.
They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright. Yet they're so surprised suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than when we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen as by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. Whew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. Not seriously about going home for about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. You're not so... You don't scare him. Dead? Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I was not kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. I don't want to sniff like that because that might destroy me. This is one hell of a trial. Fuck me. Why is it so fucking long? I forgot all my voices. Forever. Yeah, waiting 8 months. I'll do that. Well, I didn't wait 8 months for recording this video. Recording this video, I did it in chunks. It's fairly obvious. You know where to look. It's the to be continued cuts. Yeah, that's when I stopped my recording sessions and I stitched them all together for one final big video. That's the way I like to consume my story-based content. So that's
how I'm gonna do it. I probably should add more edits and stuff, but you're asking a bit too much for a 2-hour video. Like, if I had an editor, or if I was, you know, actually good at editing fast, I'd do it, but I'm not good at editing fast. I am very, very lazy when it comes to editing. Oh, this might not even be the final part. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya!
So, what happened?
Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea of who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Okay, I'm gonna be real. This was the main part I dislike. It extends to the final day. Like, I understand why, because they didn't expect the final case of this game, the DLC case. But even then, this case drags on. I think it's the same length as the intended finale of this game, which is insane.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. Let me calculate that. I have no idea if that's true or not. Editing me, put it up on screen if that's true or not. Because there is a flashback case later in the series. I'm not gonna spoil what that case is about, but they have so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you've no time to waste. Okay, I forgot this guy's voice very much. I think I tried to make myself nasally? Mr. Wright, you did very well today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help.
I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studio was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and
what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Minnelli?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much had her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, yes, how high, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago.
The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think your guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted.
Oh, this one. Oh, fuck. You eat and you die.
Ooh, she's alive.
I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal, he's soft. A pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would you like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Dick?
No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer.
I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal? A thief? I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming. Just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found a bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there are any art clues lying around.
No. No. Now touch him. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. That's the same as well. I know why. But holy shit, that's the exact same bottle. This reacts to these sleeping pills. See? If there are traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been a waste of sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room, and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jackhammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right.
I don't remember your voice. At all. Like, at all.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. The SWP won't be using it anymore, so... Oh, what? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What?
Probably couldn't hear.
Shit, huh?
I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. Yes, the rumor must be true, then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez,
That producer...
that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio. Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they gonna make kid shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They never forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand? But how can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. 52%.
And this is...
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love this setting. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay, what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on him, Mr. Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid of what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows some more about this? Miss Oldbag? She was here at this news back then, you know?
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk.
What? You're still slinking around. If you like to play so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick.
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe you should keep a safe distance.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols?
Nichols?
Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers. Trying to get dirt on someone's past like that. And they're recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Okay, I'm sorry for losing Old Bag, but holy shit, I forgot how bad it was to do this voice without any prep time. I'm sorry, Miss Old Bag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Mr. Powers ate a T-bug pone steak for lunch, correct?
Oh well, yes. Oh?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes.
Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. This bottle contained sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer, rest your soul.
Miss Old Bag?
Okay. You win. We'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Old Bag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, my paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo. Well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she began a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone.
Miss Old Bag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Old Bag.
Here, take this.
A photograph?
Wait a second. This is the picture.
Is this the trailer at Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand.
Back, Nick. Since the date of the murder, Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. He left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director. Or the producer.
I forgot her voice as well. Fuck me.
Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O. H-E-L-L-O.
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently.
Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and...
Perhaps you didn't hear me.
I'm watching the cloud. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fate, what speaks to me. I know it, I know it.
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manel.
If you must talk about that, man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves.
Oh dear. She's not even looking.
Where? What?
Where did you get that?
Your bag.
Oh? Phoenix, are you having a fucking dementia? What the fuck is happening?
She means the security lady. Sold bag, Nick.
Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
Lumen.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more. Inside the trailer.
Nick, shoot inside the trailer.
This is one of the dumbest things Phoenix has ever done. Like, it's on par with showing red light evidence.
Oh, you can. Well then, what was that you were talking about?
Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid show for petty change.
Huh. So I'm a blackmailer now.
That was not Maya's voice. What the fuck? That was like a pirate's voice. What the fuck?
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But you were the cause. You pressured him. Just think that it was just an accident.
Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Link, what would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would you have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh. Well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo to the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
He's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is a negative copy is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he did. The only copy of that photo is the one you. Oh, give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence.
Boys?
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt. No? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that, where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, race away. I want louder, but I don't have the energy, nor do I have the willpower to do that. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez. You're going down to the precinct with me, now. Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was all late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. I was just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I wanted to say that I never became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other once again soon.
Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Kinky. It's been months since I last did a voice. And those were all my hard-hitter voices. And I also had to remember how to do Gumshoe, which I don't think I did. I know it's like, hey, watch it, I'm watching you. It's something like that, but I don't remember exactly how to do it. So I just improvised, and I hope it went well. I might have just made them high-pitched me. And it's still not over. If this was a second pace, this would probably be held in much higher regard. I should probably speak louder than that, huh? It's still held in pretty high regard for a third case, but still, its length really is its downfall. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Ezra seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. I'm sorry for Edgeworth's voice being all over the place. I just can't get a handle on any voice I want for him. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the matter, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. You must pontificate. Do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trial a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, and we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with that monkey's head toppling over. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator.
I see.
Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order? Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright,
Isn't that a little presumptuous?
what kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it.
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Huh. You see.
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard.
Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer sitting at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does that have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Mr. Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break-in meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, right? Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... Steve Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. I'm so far away to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see a little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Yes, indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick! Why did Edgeworth?
Who knows? Probably realized she did it too.
But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that.
Edgeworth. I was with Sal, an old bank security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, the old bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying,
He did it.
I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
I have like 3 different voices I give the judge. I'm sorry that I keep cycling through them. It's been a while since I voiced the fucking judge. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find a key you need it. Twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who would think of rehearsing after that? Yeah, I guess. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you had just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or you think of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. Oh, what? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? No, that was not it. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. You must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manel was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes. That was not the judge. Yes, but wasn't Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when he was doing this... Well, it would have had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai weapon. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Ooh, I'm getting lightheaded.
Order, order, I will have order. Witness, can you refute this claim? Now let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead?
Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star.
I had nothing to gain from his death.
Nothing. I'm losing voices. Motherfucker. I'm losing voices. Oh well. You can just assume that's your breaking character because of nervousness. Whatever.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Ms. Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighing him down, no doubt.
However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here. Yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around.
What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. It was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stand. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene. No, Manuel! Don't touch him! Miss Vasquez! Please don't die, please. I'm sorry I didn't voice all that. I didn't know who the characters were. If I do know them, I might try and go back and add voices, but I am tired of this case already. I also need to make sure I don't, lose my voice tomorrow. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edward, where's Steve Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Really need another person here to do this with me, holy shit. That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but like that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me! Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? I actually don't know. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Anyways, I'm just gonna press present because I'm tired as hell of this fucking case. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain, to boot. The kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not.
Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? You what? Oh, it's too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Yeah, this is the first. This was the beginning of the gay uprising. But really, this was the beginning of the mainstream gay uprising. I know that sounds weird, but like, have you ever like read like a different fandom, like say Danganronpa, or what's another one? Zero doesn't have that many. Oh wait, no, it does have a few gay, theories. But like, this was the start of anime-based games and anime series having two people interact, like, somewhat not straightly, because this is gay. I'm gonna be real with you, this is fucking gay. If you ever say unnecessary feelings in relation to someone else, that's a gay as shit, dude. But I'm pretty sure this is where a lot of people got fined with just calling two characters gay. And like, sure, it seems weird to phrase it like that, but like, this was the first time I remember anyone ever talking about a character being gay. When this game released, around when it got popular, somewhere around there. This was the first game I heard of, where characters were called gay. And then after that, it seemed to like ramp up. Usually involving like other anime style games. Like the first Danganronpa didn't really have that, mainly because, well, the two options were Kagami and fucking. Never mind, I shouldn't spoil that one. I'm gonna play it maybe. Anyways, the two options in there were either a dickhead or a stoner for the protagonist. Neither of them people liked. Like, people like the dickhead, but that's because he's a dickhead, but not, Protagonist had a very strong relationship with one of the female characters, so that became the main ship. Danganronpa 2, Nagito, and Hajime. Those are the two most shipped characters I've seen in a while. Other than Midoriya and Bakugo. And I still hate that that ship is popular. There's a reason I usually don't like the gay ships. And it's not because they're gay, it's because usually they're fucking abusive. Like, this one is fine because they're equals, basically. At least by the end of the series, they're equals. Anyways, I know I'm going off on a tangent about something completely unrelated, but fuck you. This is my channel, I talk about what I want. Bakugo tells Midoriya to fucking kill himself in the beginning. Like, holy shit. People just brush that off sometimes, just so they have soft boy and rude boy. Like, I think Bakugo and Kirishima is a better couple overall. Holy shit. Mainly because Bakugo hasn't told Kirishima to kill himself yet. Maybe he has. I haven't read My Hero Academia in a while. Maybe he has told Kirishima to kill himself. Nagito was willing to fucking kill Hajime. I don't think people like, even before the big twist, even before Nagito knew what he knew about the big twist, he still wanted to kill Hajime. I was like, people just brush that off sometimes too. Like, you just start brushing things off, like, oh, that's all too abusive. That's not good for the relationship. Let's push that on the table. Oh, holy shit, dude. This was definitely one of the main reasons that calling characters gay got popularized. Because it was true, but also because it was widely accepted as well. This guy spiraled out of control, calling the literal abusers fucking having crushes. Holy shit. Whatever. I'm not gonna talk about that no more. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if they're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick?
For now, we are, I guess. That's gay shit, dude. Like, I can understand enemies to friends. Like, Eggman, not Eggman. Eggman's usually a pretty horrible person. Bowser and Mario. Sometimes Bowser just happens to be just a teammate eventually. Like, I get that kind of dynamic, but I really don't get enemies to lovers. It feels nasty.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios refought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again.
Nick, this is it. The new studio starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to try with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP used to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Mr. Powers. Oh, it's finally fucking over. I know that's hard to, I know that's weird to say about a game I love, but how the fuck do some people do this shit? Like with 20 different voices. I barely kept up with 5. I might have him with me for the next case. I probably will not have him for the 5th case. The 5th case is so ludicrously long that it feels like torture to subject anyone to that twice in a single year. We have completed case 4. That's a pretty good feeling. Alright. Oh, no, we haven't. We're on to case 4. That's a pretty good feeling. After this case, really, this case would be so much better if it was like a second case. It really felt like this should have just been a 2-day investigation, and maybe a 2-day trial. I'm not sure. But anyways, this was way too long for the story being told.